Okay, let's try that again. I have no idea what's with the equipment here today. So welcome to Facebook Live again. We're rolling with the flow here. We keep getting cut off on a beautiful sunny day in Seattle. So my name is Robin Fritz. Welcome to Coffee and Cosmos with Robin. And let's see how we go here. So good sense of humor on a Tuesday morning. Let's see if we can keep this video up. So I am offering 2 free quick intuitive and healing readings this morning on Facebook Live if we can keep this video up. And I want to tell you what I do. So I'm an Om Times expert. I am the host of the Om Times radio show, The Practical Intuitive Mind, Body, Spirit for the Real World. It's on Mondays at 2 Pacific Time, 5 Eastern. And one of the wonderful things that the Om Times people offer us is a webinar platform at Learn It Live for us to share our teachings across the world, which is wonderful to be able to reach so many people. And I have several webinars up on that platform and several webinars coming up. Yes, so here we are, and hopefully what is this, the 4th time we're trying this morning, and hoping that Facebook Live will stay up. So thank you for joining us today. And again, let me offer a quick intuitive and healing reading for someone who'd like to chat in the chat box. Let's chat back and forth on that. But let me tell you a little bit about the work that I do, and let's do no picture. It's a picture on my end. Try the refresh button, Barbara. Is anybody else having trouble with that? Raining in Florida. Keep it there. We're about to break our record of 52 days. Reading, please. Okay, Near, please tell me what your question is, and then let's explore it together. And as you're typing that in, let's go to a quick meditation, and I hope the rest of you can see this. This is Fallon, the citrine Lemurian quartz. Okay, cool. Thanks. Some people can see me. And sorry for Facebook cutting out. That's, early days of, reminds me of the early days of live TV. You just go for the flow. You love life. Awesome. Hang on for a second. Let's everyone do this meditation and relax into the energy of this rare quartz, citrine Lemurian. Now you'll see, at least what I see here is he's pretty clear, but he'll have a kind of an amber color to him because he's citrine, and citrine is a yellowish crystal. It's a crystal of abundance, but it's also a crystal of tapping into your own personal power, and that's what my work is all about. So, Rebecca in Colorado, good. Hang in there. So, take a deep breath, breathe in all healthy, positive energy. And as you do that, trust that you can connect with this crystal, and it will help you clear out your frustrations and anxieties, and even just being sleepy this morning with us here. So you take your attention to the top of your head. Imagine this crystal just flowing down your body, top of your head, down your body to your feet. And as that goes, it's just rapidly clearing your chakras and helping you get rebalanced and energized, even from just the little things that go on in our daily lives. And now imagine him as a gold ball at your feet, rotating outside your body. And as he moves up your body, imagine this clearing and this increase in your own intuitive and healing abilities moving up. So move up from your feet, your knees, your hips, your chest, your shoulders, and the top of your head. Now, if your crown chakra is wide open, that's awesome, because that's generally what happens when people connect with Fallon, who's a very, very rare crystal. So Near, I hope I've got your name right. Oh, you felt the vibration. Awesome. That is so cool. That means that you're very strong, clairsentient. person whose energy or intuition runs towards energy. Near, I didn't get your question. You love life. What is your question that you would like me to help you with in a reading today? And Stacy Trendy Leap. Oh, I love that name. Stacy, please ask a question. What is it you would like to look at with me? And then let's look at it together. That's what I'm here for. So we started and stopped so many times today with Facebook glitches. So let me just tell you again, my name is Robin Fritz. I'm an Om Times expert and host of the radio show, The Practical Intuitive, Mind, Body, Spirit for the Real World. And so if we don't get to your question today because of all the glitches that happened here early with Facebook Live, I didn't touch anything. It's not me today, although it usually is. Please email me your question or call in to my show on Mondays at 2 Pacific time. And I know this number by heart, 202-570-7057. Okay, so let's get to the questions here quickly. And then I'd like to share with you what you can find from me at the Experts platform, already up, our webinars at the Experts platform at Learn It Live. And then the fun things we're going to be doing on webinars in the month of August. So Near, I have problems with my husband. Is it going to get better? Near, take a deep breath, and I want you to just reach out and feel that you're connected to the energy of this crystal and clear it up and just breathe that in. Because what I'm feeling here is a quick block in you, that you're so concerned about this that you're actually blocking him. And I know that is not your intention. But here's the thing. When we want something really bad, we glom onto it and we hold it really hard. And your husband appears to be a very sensitive person. He's hiding it. You know that men are supposed to have this gruff, powerful exterior, but he's a very sensitive person. So when you're really holding hard because you love him and you want to be connected to him, that creates tension in a sensitive person and actually ends up like pushing them away. So take a deep breath and relax right here with us and just feel this gold light flooding your heart and filling you with warmth and acceptance of yourself and of how beautiful and loving you are. And feel that relax you. And feel that release some of your tensions. And so then when you think of your husband, send him this message, something that fits your personality, but something like, I love you. I really want our relationship to grow in love and strength and connection. And just breathe with that and just feel your heart expand with that energy. And let me know how that's going. It feels like he's willing. He's just a little worried about sharing his deepest inner self. And so Stacy, I think, was second. And then the rest of you, oh my gosh, Helen, I'm sorry you lost your parents. Helen, would you please call my show on Monday? This is going to take a little bit longer. And I know how lost you feel. I lost my parents 10 months apart. Helen, the phone number for the show is 202-570-7057. And we can talk about that on Monday. I'd love to. Why are cats following me, Manny? Bring up the rest of these questions next week at Facebook Live or call into the show. But Helen, call into the show and we can talk about that and we can do some healing energy with that. But you're also welcome to call me for a quick private session. I work with my dad on the other side and he brings people in to chat with us. Grief is a natural thing, Helen, and grief takes time to get over and there's no set path to it. I know we all think that there's this 5-step process to getting through grief and it's not that way. You'll bounce back and forth from accepting it to being challenged by it, and there's no easy way through it except to know that you love them and they love you, and love really is eternal. Love doesn't stop. Just because they're not in bodies anymore doesn't mean They don't love. I'm feeling them smiling at you, sweetie. So call me on the radio show on Monday and let's talk some more about it, because this will be a great healing thing for other people, and how we're dealing with grief and what that means to us, and how you shouldn't feel guilty about anything, and feeling lost is part of it. But knowing that they love you and you love them, that's what you cling to. Stacy, why do you have horrible headaches? Oh, Stacy, have your, and you were the second person, so let's do your question here quickly. Stacy, are you still with me? Can you type in, when did you start with your headaches? And I can tell you that I personally suffered from migraine headaches for a long time, and I had to seek medical treatment for them. But the other thing that I did, and you can also tune into my show on Monday, is I'm bringing on my chiropractor, who's an expert at body illnesses and things that are affecting us. What I didn't know, Stacy, is that migraine headaches are actually considered a disease in the medical profession. And I don't mean that to scare you, but a lot of times those of us who suffer from them think that, oh, well, you know, it's not something to be taken seriously, and it is. So I'm feeling food sensitivities, dairy sensitivities in particular. If you're eating a lot of dairy and sugar, try to cut back on that. And I know in the summertime that's hard because of all the fresh fruit out there, but I'm feeling a lot of physical reaction to some of the foods that you eat. Also, I've got a feeling you're one of those like me, or your Northern European ancestry, and a lot of us suffer from what is called the MTHFR gene mutation. I'm afraid to type anything here for cutting off Facebook accidentally. I would seek assistance from a functional medicine specialist or a neurologist in your area who is very open to things like energy medicine and chiropractic care and supplements and herbal supports. One of the sponsors of my show, Aubrey Wallace, is a naturopath in Everett, Washington. She could do a medical intuition check on you. And if you tell her you're coming from Om Times, she'll give you a 15% discount. It's called Love Being You, LOVEBEINGU.info. But Stacy, I'm really feeling that a lot of it is food issues, and you might want to work with a nutritionist on food sensitivities. So I want to thank everyone for joining me today in this kind of abbreviated session here at Facebook Live. But I also wanted to offer something to everyone here, and one of the things is, very quickly, a crystal of the week. And Stacy, if you can get a hold of it, this is a really lovely crystal. Also some Lemurian seed point that I use from, and Fallon is bringing this one in. Any kind of a quartz crystal is good for that. And try to connect with me on Facebook, because there's another crystal in it. It just escaped my mind that you can use for headaches. But this is auralite. It's a form of amethyst, and it's very, very strong. I tend to not use amethyst in my healing practice because I have people with deep-seated issues, and amethyst is very sensitive and it fractures during sessions. And auralite is amethyst mined in Canada with a bunch of healing crystals and grounding crystals like hematite. So up to 23 different crystals within this one crystal, which makes it very strong and very useful for healing work and just carrying it around with you. So auralite is a crystal of the week this week. It's AURALITE. Like I said, I'm afraid to type something in here for fear of killing Facebook Live this morning. So Manny and Helen, please call into my radio show. But Manny, quickly, you have a very soft, interesting energy to cats. So you're intriguing to them. You're like popcorn or video for those of us who are relaxing and wanting to meet something different. So they're just curious about you is what I'm getting. But you're welcome to call in. And Manny, you raise a really good question, because I have a couple of upcoming webinars here. So let me get to it on the upcoming webinars. And I'm still afraid to type this in here for fear of what's going to happen here. But experts.omtimes.com/Robin Fritz. You can go to the Learn It Live platform at the Om Times Experts page, and I have 2 webinars coming up in August on animal communication. So on August 10th, we're going to do a short free webinar on getting ready to talk with animals. So Manny, you may want to join that, because I'm going to give some tips and techniques for you to practice during the week, so that you're ready for the paid webinar on August 17th. These are all Thursdays, where we're actually going to talk to our animal companions in bodies or not, those who are living and those who are deceased. But it's fun to have some tips and techniques to practice on your own and get to understand animals from an animal communicator's perspective, which is what you'll be able to do. So join me on August 10th at 4 p.m. Pacific. And all of these are 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 Eastern Time. August 17th, animal communication. And then on August 24th, we're going to actually experience a past life regression. That's a paid webinar. And you're going to love this, because I'm going to tell you about the different ways that you can do a past life regression intuitively or with soul regression hypnotherapy. And I'm a certified past life regression specialist. So I'm going to talk about what a past life regression is, the different ways of doing one, and then we're going to experience one right there in the session, so you'll actually get a feel for what a real past life regression is. So that's coming up on Thursday, August 24th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. But if you go to the Experts platform right now, you'll find a couple of webinars up there already, webinars that I did last week. One is an introductory webinar, and it's free. It's called Meet the Practical Intuitive, and it's about how I work to support you and what that can mean for you. And the other webinar is on a technique that I call soul progression clearing. So it's a way to tap in intuitively. Both you and me, if you were the client, we would tap in and see, what is it that's blocking you? Is it an issue from this life or a previous life? Is it an attachment of some kind, a fear, a phobia, whatever it is? We'll find that thing, and then we'll pull the threads of it out of you, so that you're not connected to it anymore. And once you're not connected to the source of the issue, that issue, whatever it is, gets sent back to the divine source for healing. And then you're free of those attachments, and then I fill it in with energy healing. So Soul Progression Clearing is a free webinar. You're welcome to click on that at any time at the Experts platform. And there's also another webinar on Meet and Work with Your Spirit Guide, and that's a paid webinar, but it's all the information is up there, and there's a meditation there to get you grounded and balanced, and then to get a gift from your spirit guide and meet and actually work with your spirit guide in that webinar. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining me today. Thank you for those who asked questions. Please call in to my radio show. Or if you're shy and you're afraid, really we're very warm and friendly on the show, but if you want to email me a question, do that at robin@robinfritz.com. That's ROBYNFRITZ.com. I do get emails from people every week asking questions that I then raise on the show. So you're welcome to join me in that. And so today, especially for those of you who are grieving Helen, but for all of you who are joining me today, thank you. Thank you for putting up with the glitches here at Facebook Live this morning. And I'd like to end with a healing meditation. And Stacy, I'd like you to do this by putting your hands on the source of your pain And you know what? My hands went right to the back of my neck. I hope you're still there, because you might want to consider chiropractic treatment. I do that regularly for the migraine headaches that I get. But your palms have healing energy, so rub them together, place them across your heart, breathe into your palms. And this is alchemical energy that we're working with, and the goddess who works with it. And this energy is sentient, and it will go and work wherever it needs to go. So as you breathe into your palms, and then breathe air into your palms, and then just hold it out. Hold it out to the screen, send it through across to Facebook, or let the energy go wherever it needs to go. And you can just feel that flowing out of you, or know that it's flowing out of you. Knowing is your intuitive strength. You might see strands of it. You might even hear it telling you where it's going. And then take a deep breath, and hands crossed on your heart. Breathe into your palms. This is love and support and acceptance of you as a beautiful and a necessary element of creation. The world needs you in all your power. You are intuitive. You are a healer. Bring that healing back into your heart. And know that you've chosen your body to grow your soul, which is awesome. You're needed and necessary in the world. Let's work through all of our issues together. This is a community. And thank you for joining me live today. And I'll be back next Tuesday at 11 with Coffee and Cosmos with Robin. Thank you for joining us today.